Yes, my people, and we're back. Of course, New York, UK, Monday, it was UK bank holiday, so we're not going to trade in London session. We're just going to go straight into New York. And based off my SMA, I mean, I could say that price is bearish, as this could be my one, this could be my two, three, four, and then our five. And now I'm looking for something which is going to help me take this trade lower. I mean, I can drop my fib from this high to this low, and we don't quite tap the 618, but also price might want to come back and tap into potentially, this area, which is the supply and demand. But we have actually tapped into this fractal, this wick by wick fractal there. Let me just delete this one here. We have tapped this ever so slightly. For those of you that know, this is an area of supply and demand on a lower time frame. So it'll be interesting to see how we bounce off this area here, but also see how we react off the 200 SMA. So now that's out the way, when we go down to our 5-minute chart, we can see that price is basically bullish. So all I can do is either wait for price to take out these lows here, and then I'll start looking for trade short, or I can just follow my SMA in whatever time frame that I'm on, hoping that price does what it needs to do. But for me, because I'm bearish, I'll only be interested in looking for potential shorts. So when we head over to the one, we can actually see that price is below our SMAs, and if we look at things from a structural point of view, we took out this high, then we took out this low. Let me just double check. Yeah, we took out this low, and then we took out this low. So this is the confirmed flip here. So anything after this zone here is valid, because this was a market structure shift, and then this was a confirmed market structure break. So now we are really to the downside. The SMAs are telling me that price is really to the downside. So what I'm going to start doing, looking for potential shorts, because we also did do, we take out also these lows. So now all I'm going to do is potentially look for trades that I can get continuation setups, or if that's not the case, I'm just going to sit and be patient. So when we let price play out, so that happened a little bit too quick, but essentially this is one, this is two, this candle here is 3, 4, 5, and then you can say that price potentially tapped into this area, and then that could be your call, where now you're looking for potential shorts. If you take out your fib from this high, because it's the protected high, to the low, what happened? Price ended up tapping the 618. We also have an IB candle. Price ended up tapping the 618, but we also have an IB candle here. So you're looking for shorts here. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And obviously price delivers that 1-to-1, that 1.6R, and then that could be new done for the day. Let's say you missed that, not a problem. What happened? Price closed below these lows here, and it looks like we have SBS model 1. Probably not the cleanest SBS model 1, if I'm going to be completely honest, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that might be the trade that you take, which helps you take the trade lower, and then price just dumps. So if you go back to our 5-minute chart, as I was saying, on our 5-minute chart, you might say that price is bullish because you have a bullish zone. So if you are looking for shorts, then potentially you are just gonna have to wait for that low to either get taken out, or you're gonna have to go on your low time frame, as which we're just doing, to look for potential shorts. And we close below the lows, and obviously we've gone way past my trading time now. We've gone way past my trading time now, but there was even more trades that you could have potentially taken. So if you was on potentially for the PM session, then you're now trading from this area here, and if that's the case, then this candle here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably not ideal with how we've had this strong movement down. So this could have been a liquidity sweep, depending on how you would have seen price at the time. So, you know, again, this is not probably ideal, but if you see the setup, we trade the setup, right? And yeah. I'm gonna just go to the next day quickly. Okay, so this is the next day, and because I can't be asked to clear my charts, still the same thing. So this is the next day, and there's two things that price could do. So price could, come back to tap into this area here and then make its way back down. We might want to come back to tap into the 618 properly and then make our way back down. We might want to, sweep these highs, this high, this high, this high. It really depends. Or potentially we might be facilitating a higher time frame, because remember, on our daily, price is very, very bullish, as you guys can see for yourself. So there could be a possibility that price just now wants to head on higher, because if I drop my fib from this low to this high, you see how we've tapped the, what's it called, 382 level. We don't have to tap the 50, we don't have to tap the 678. So this retracement is enough to give price a reaction to help this, trade push on higher. You can now potentially say that we're creating a double bottom, and then price might, take out the previous highs. Whatever story, whatever narrative that you have, as long as you've made it makes sense, it's part of your plan, then there's not much else you can do. But right now, let me just go back to the 1 hour chart, see what's going on. Yeah, so if you just let price play out, we tap. Okay, so we've tapped the 618, but we've gone way past the trading time, so I do apologize for that. Yeah, we've gone way past the trading time. In terms of any trades would I've taken here, absolutely not. I mean, there was this one here, but you know what? Let me not even. Let me go to one and double check. Because I remember Tuesday was a bad day where there was not much going on. Yeah, so there was a trade here. That's it, here. In the morning. Where this is your 1, this is your 2, this is your 3, price squeeze. That's your 4, and this is your 5. And then we were respecting the 200 SMA, double bottom, and then price pushes higher from there, and we actually take out our previous higher high, which is the number 3. So that was the only trade that I would have potentially taken if I just map it out properly for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then obviously if I drop my fib from this low to this high, yeah, price taps to at least the 382 level, and yeah, price taps to 382 level, create a double bottom respect to the 618, the SMA, and then price takes out a previous higher high. And then you can even say price failed to take out the highs, and then now this is your 1, this is your 2, this is your 3, 4, 5. However, now within this situation here, you don't take a trade due to the SMAs, but we can now see that price flips from this low to this high, and within here you have your SBS model 1, where this is 1, 2, 3. Price sweeps 4, 5, and then price takes out your previous higher high. And in this situation here, you have a new zone here. We ended up making the lows, but what's happened now? Price has pushed on higher. So those are the only trades that you would have potentially taken, and that all happened before the New York session. So yeah. And then last but not least, if you go for today, okay, so today 3 o'clock. Okay, so okay, let me go on the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, at the time, well, that's a crazy candle. I didn't see that one happen today. Oh yeah, I hopped to the charts early, but for me, anyways, price was bearish, price was bullish, price was bullish. So now I can look for potential longs, or I could just wait. If I go to my 1 hour chart, we can actually see that it looks like price is now starting to respect that 200 SMA. So it's the same thing again, like again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then potentially all 5. You can say that price might want to tap into this area here first before continuing down. But I was looking for shorts primarily, and then I realized that instead of me looking for shorts, because technically we are in a pullback, because all we've done is just made a low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So, and we even have this trend line. So it just makes sense for me to look for longs. Let me not try and force the higher time frame narrative. Sometimes let me just follow what price is showing me on my, what's it called? What price is showing me on the given chart that I'm on a given time frame. So we can see that price actually pushed up, and then price failed. Let me just double check. Yeah, so this was 3 o'clock. There wasn't much movement. Price was below the SMA, so I couldn't look for a potential longs. If I went to the 1, it was pretty much the same thing in terms of, I mean, I could have had this as my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this wouldn't have made sense due to the SMAs. Hence why I used the higher time frame as my narrative to help me look for a potential shorts. Funny enough, if I jump my fib from this high to this low, funny enough, now we do tap the 618. We do have that bigger time from SBS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, and you can even potentially say that this was the double bottom. So bang, 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 and then now potentially, we might be targeting these lows potentially. I don't make the rules for this, but that could be the case. But in this situation here, I have to wait for SMAs to get below based off my 1 hour time frame. On the 5, that's not the case. But on the 5, you can see how price is kind of just double-sided. Not much really going on. On the 1 minute, price was bullish, price was bearish. We flipped bearish below the SMAs, but now price is consolidating. Obviously, I was off the charts by 4 o'clock. I didn't want to entertain how terrible price was moving, so straight away I just knew, you know what, let me just get off the charts, and then that's what I done. So there wasn't much that went on today. There was no trades for me today. I think Tuesday I took a morning trade, and on Monday I think I took an afternoon trade. But you'll see that in trade of the week. One of them. This week hasn't been great so far, but it is what it is. You just have to be patient, see the setup, trade the setup, and that's about it. Always remember that victory belongs to the most tenacious, and wherever you know what I'm saying, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and ciao.